Hi, guys. Okay, so first, it's both, I'm getting both like God is saying this, and also like you need to give yourself like a lot of credit for being obedient. So, oh, that's so weird. Okay, like, all right, I guess I'll speak on this. So, like, I was spanked as a kid, and I think that I don't know who all is going to resonate with this, but I think that like that rebellion in us, like I swallowed that part of me, I guess, for a long time. Like I remember my mom saying to me that she thought that I was going to be like the crazy one when I was a teenager, but I wasn't. So it's like that started kind of coming out of me probably first in college. I don't know why. I just remember being like, I always loved, and to this day, for always love it. It's funny because I didn't put it together with doing this. I didn't see it because this to me isn't like motivation. It is motivational speaking in a sense, but it's not like I'm not standing in front of people, and it's not like that. It's not like TED Talks or whatever. But like I always loved the motivational speakers, and we had a lot come to our school about like drinking. And so when I was, in high school, I don't remember before that, but like by high school, we had a bunch of people, and I was always like really moved by the speeches that they made. And I was like, it didn't seem practical to me to go somewhere and drink with people and then have to get in your car and drive. And even in college, I remember feeling a lot of guilt for times if I was I was like, this is wrong, like I don't know. So like, but then I did get crazy. I did act a little bit crazy in college, and I don't know. It's funny because I'm like, I feel like I hated feeling hungover. I've always been sensitive. I always was like really somewhat in tune with my body. We got to get back on track. But maybe this helps in some way, like for us to like start feeling more and more comfortable to talk about these kinds of things. Cause like, I didn't grow up with a really religious family. My dad was Catholic, and I remember him saying prayers with us at night when we were really little, and I remember going to church in preschool, and then it faded out. My mom was never very religious. They were spiritual. My mom's family was Christian Scientists. That's how they grew up. I don't even know that much about that, but we didn't read the Bible. It just wasn't like a big topic. And I remember my mom being very open, like, you need to kind of like figure it out for yourself what that means to you. And I actually really, to this day, I think that's a really beautiful way of like giving that to people, because I think that it's very intimate. And like, that was one thing that really bothered me when people started to like question me on my faith and stuff. And it was like, that's a relationship, that's between me and God. Like, I'm not trying to tell you how you should worship or whatever. So I always thought that was kind of weird. And even the tarot, I was not ready for the amount of like flack I would get for that, for people. There's the moon reverse is up here, so there must be something about us needing to like open up about these things, and things coming to the surface. So I was not prepared for that. I didn't know that was going to be that like religion and spirituality was going to be like a thing that I'm sorry, you guys, I get itchy sometimes. That was going to be like a thing that I'd have to move through. And I think it probably all goes together with like the things like the moon reverse is like secrets that are coming out. So like the moon is things that you're not talking about. So I think that this is, all these tests that we have are because of like these things that we're not talking about, or these things that we're afraid that are going to be rejected, or are going to be, I'm trying to think if there's another word, another like feeling. And I think that those of us who are like, have this part of us that like we feel this, like we know that this separation is an illusion, and that we want to kind of help bring things together and bring people together. It's like we have to move through these tests. Thank you, that's really powerful. We have to move through these tests to like be like, no, I believe in unity. It doesn't matter how I choose to worship, or that I choose to use tarot as a divination, or like that I talk to God on my own in my own time, but I don't read the Bible every day. That doesn't mean that I'm not close to God, or that's not what is most important to me, or whatever. So I think a lot of us like that have that inner knowing. It's like we're helping to bridge these gaps, and in whatever way that we can, because it's like, it may always be that there's separation on earth and this duality, but like we're bringing that feeling of unity with each other and that safety with each other, even if we have different value systems, different belief systems, different ways of connecting. How that came through. Okay, I hope that touched somebody, because that was I wasn't expecting that, but that's what's coming up. Because also what I'm getting is that there's a need. Okay, how do I word this? All right, there's a couple of points that I wanted. There's a couple of things I wanted to mention, and that. Okay, so the feminine's coming out as like this Queen of Wands, and the masculine side's coming out as this King of Pentacles. But I don't think that in this moment, this morning I was feeling the Queen of Wands, but I was feeling like full reverse. Like I was feeling wholeheartedly the full reverse energy, and just like I need to see this, I need to look at it, I need to face it, I need to deal with it. And so that these are coming out, these archetypes, as a reminder that it's like, this is still who you are, and you need to give yourself credit for being obedient and still persevering, and realizing that we are a product of our past. Like we are a product of our programming, and that's why we chose to heal and do all these things in the first place. It's just that when these secrets actually come out, or when these parts that you have to face about yourself actually come out, you just don't even know. You don't even know how you're gonna. I need to calm down. I need to chill out. No, I mean, maybe Queen of Wands. I don't know, because there was stuff like that too. I had no idea about like people finding my OnlyFans and that being something that was gonna be thrown in my face, or that I understand fully about the dance and people being like, I see it now as that it's like people. It's hard to trust someone and the things that they show up and do when they also have this wild, like unhinged, untamed side of themselves that people are like, okay, well, I don't really know what to think about them. So I understand it, but I also I know that dance is like, I can't imagine. I don't want to just, mostly I've already put that out there into the world. So like, there's that, like I can't just erase it. And I also can't imagine, like, it's weird. It's such a crazy thing, because it's like, I don't have the understanding of why, and I don't feel this like desperation to dance every day. It's not even like that, but it's like, I can't imagine not having that in my life now. And even with it being sensual and stuff. So that means that I'm supposed to be this character. Like that's kind of what they're giving, is it's like we're trying to fully see ourselves as this new person, this new character, and embody it, because the more that we embody it, the more this won't be a thing anymore. Like it won't be like you're having to come out with these secrets. It's like you've already embraced yourself, and this is the masculine side that's coming out right now. Just this is going to be just for whoever is resonating with this, and that this is still who you are, even if you're struggling with scarcity, because it's right next to the Five of Pentacles. Even if you're struggling with scarcity right now, it's because we're having to learn these lessons, and because we're learning new ways of. Of course I'm Queen. Like it makes total sense. Like most of my chart is fire. Not most of my chart, but like the main three in my chart are fire. So it's like, just because there are people that like think that this girl is provocative, but I know that I'm not. I don't live my life that way. I don't have to constantly justify it or like feel uncomfortable to show up as however I need to, but it's like, this is a part of who I am and a part of what I'm bringing to the world, because it's like there are just as many people, if not more potentially, who are inspired by that. It's easy too to forget that it's like, it is important to me that it's like, it's more important to me to be respected and to be, trust people to feel safe and trustworthy. Is that the right word? to feel like that that they can trust me. But if God is like, okay, but you're also this, and you need to create, and you still need to do your dance, like, it's weird because it's a weird mix. It's a strange mix, but it's like we all have a different flavor that we're bringing. And I think in a bigger way, there's like, they're kind of giving that, it's like, you're going to have an understanding of why things went the way that they did and why you couldn't have more support at whatever time, because it was like there's things that were being protected, and we just don't have all that understanding right now. So I don't know, this is a lot that's coming up, but I feel like somebody else needs this message too. I feel like that's a part of it. It has to be the fact that dance is the way it is and everything, but also I want to be, I want people to feel safe with me, that it's like I'm kind of this like bridging these things, and helping women feel safe with this part of themselves, that the wild feminine, like the dark feminine, these are aspects of ourselves that exist, and they need space to feel, they need safe spaces, they need the container. Like, I'm sure that I probably would have been more, I'm sure I would have been more grounded and more intentional with my dance if I had been in different circumstances where I had like a supportive team around me, and because there's probably even been a shift in the way that I'm dancing. I don't know, because I'm still grounded with it sometimes, but I know that it's like just the way that I feel like I need to show up. Like I feel this like urge to like express when I feel like when my energy's up, but then I'm like, I haven't been intentional with it. It's like, this is getting too wordy. Some of us are just a little bit crazy. Some of us are just, fire is a difficult element to ground. So it's difficult to work with sometimes and not be reckless. I probably need that. Like, I know that with my son. I'm like, I know that God made him an earth, so much earth. All three of his top, what is it called? The top three, his sun, moon, and rising are all earth. And he's not he can be stubborn, but he's not, but he's like, he definitely has some Uranus in there, energy in there somewhere, because he can be like that, but like, he is very grounding. So, fiery women are going to need that like grounding energy around us to bring it back to earth, like bring it back down. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is the other part, is that hold on just a second. Let me figure out how to word this. Okay, they're telling me don't worry about that. Like, don't get too caught up. Don't get caught up in it. Okay, so there's this like this sort of masculine. This isn't coming. The stalking energy lately has not felt like monitoring spirits. It's felt like, or not even like, like your haters. It's felt like the masculines there's a group, or like there's a struggle with like getting in touch probably with your own feminine, or not, just staying that shame. Thank you. Staying in shame cycle. So it's like you're not able, that this is something that it's been brought to the surface, or it's been like, I don't know why they want me to talk about this, because the last thing that I want to do is reiterate shame. So maybe and if anyone feels safe with me to speak on this, like that I feel honored. I don't know how to help you with, like, shame is one of the, all of these things when they come up, it's like, it's personal. Like, you have to, speaking of fire, and now the Spider-Man's about to fall over again. Because it's with this Nine of Pentacles reverse. Nine of Cups reverse. So what I'm getting is that, like, and I've always known this, like there's a need that's fulfilled by like seeing, and the women are like women are the muse and the masculine is the architect or something. I don't know exactly how that the painter and the artist type of thing, like it's like seeing women and like that expression, and like there's an element that's not even sexual to it. So it's like, I know that that's the world that we've created. So I don't know how to help anyone with this. I just want you to know that, and I don't know why it's making me emotional, because I just think it's so hard to be so programmed and to want to be free. So just know that it's okay. And I think the more that you can speak that over yourself, speak that life over yourself, ask God to help you, the more that, yeah, because Eight of Swords is out here too, the more awareness you can put to it, the more, and I mean, sometimes a lot of it is getting to burnout, exhaustion, and disgust. It's sad. It's a sad truth. It's like, most of us have to get to that space. Like, that's how it's felt with me with the scarcity. It's like, okay, how many more times am I going to just let my bank account hit zero or negative, and like essentially hate myself over it. I mean, because I kept thinking that like some other solution was going to happen, or God was going to just guide me. And it was like, okay, no, I have to take the reins over my life and figure this out. And yeah, it's not, of course, like I'm not telling anyone else how to live your life. Like but I've had to face that many, many, many times. And would never wish that on anybody. It sucks. It's horrible. But all of us are having to go through these different cycles. They're giving me all of this for some reason. That was like, we need to start normalizing it so that we can find our people like that. Because that's another one that's been so hard for me. And it's like, I haven't gotten any confirmation from God as to why these things haven't changed or why I'm having to still go through this. But it's like, I don't want to live my life in isolation forever. Like, I thought about that, and I'm like, maybe if I hadn't been a mom, but my moon is in the 11th house. Like, it's so interesting being on this journey and not being, and at most of my jobs, I like working with people. I loved having like, coworkers that we got along and we could play together and like make it more fun and stuff like that. But like, I also have this part of me that's like, I can be a gypsy and just kind of like, I love solitude too. Like, I know that it's necessary, but, so like there's depression because like I'm getting like from the masculines, like and I mean, I'm not feeling depression, but like it's not fun having to like these secrets having to come out, but I'm getting that it's like that it's time now. Like, that's why these things are happening. Let me check really quick on Two of Wands. I'm going to wrap this up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's why too, all these things are kind of happening right now, because God's really trying to like, this Two of Wands is like a new beginning. So, he's the guy in the picture, we have the Seven of Swords on here, which is like anxiety and fear, but like the guy in this Two of Wands is very confident and sure of himself. So, it's taking it a step at a time. That's another thing that I always think about with that card, is that it is taking it a step at a time, that it's feeling safe in this new terrain. And, this fluctuation of like talking to God about it, but still being like, all right, I'm taking back control of my life, though. I'm not just going to stay in this depression or this no money or this, or this like, no one can trust me, like whatever it is, like I'm not going to self-sabotage anymore. And give yourself whatever it is that like that you are being obedient, and that you're the one that's trying to break these cycles. You're the one that's being the truth seeker. You're the one that's facing this shit. Like, you're the one that's like, no, I'm not going to let pride and greed be the end of my story. We're going to get there, you guys. We did not come this far just to come this far. If God says that I'm supposed to be a Queen of Wands, and I've got to be fiery, and I've got to keep lighting that fire, and face that some of the world's going to call me a harlot, and I know that I'm not a harlot. Like, I know that. There's not even like a question there's not even a hesitation about that for me. So it's like if there's people that are always going to throw that in my face, then God's like, well, you're strong enough. So get your ass up there and do it. All right. I love you guys with all my heart. We're going to get there. We got the 2 of Wands. So we're taking it a step at a time, and we're not looking back.